friend. Welcome to Networking Know How and a super cool special edition. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't know about you, but it just feels like things are rolling faster and faster and faster. If that's you, let me know in the chat. I can't believe we're already on what day? July the 12th. It's already the 12th day of the month. Where is this going so fast? Maybe it's just me. If it's just me, let me know. Put it in the comments. Laura, it's just you. Or no, if you're with me and you're thinking things are just rolling very, very quickly, let me know. If we haven't connected yet, I'm Laura Morlando, the Stress Commando, and I am the founder and CEO of Down and Dirty Networking. And every Wednesday, I go live to help you know and understand how the most effective way is to network, what the two different ways of networking are, and really what we do inside of our Down and Dirty Networking community so that you can stay authentic, have impactful and meaningful conversations, and set yourself apart in your professional career. Now, you guys are in for a really special treat. I see some people tuning in live. Hey, I'm glad you're here. So I'm doing something new. I'm doing something special. And I'm kind of peeling back the curtain and giving you guys just vivid, exclusive access to something that's going on. Now, if you've been following me in my journey, you know that I'm on a 6.5 year health journey where I've pivoted into the online space. And that's really why I decided to create Down and Dirty Networking. The biggest reason is I was feeling on the island of alone. I was confined to the house. I was no longer able to go out and be a networker. I couldn't network in person. I could be a keynote speaker. I couldn't attend meetings, events, conferences. I just was really kind of stuck in the house. And I think all of us can experience that after what we've been through in the past couple of years. But I was before that happened. And so, anyway, I was really on this island of alone. And what I realized were two things. After over 16, 17 years of training on the mindset of more effective networking, something I call relational networking, what I realized is I was craving connection. I was craving meaningful and authentic relationships, but I didn't have a space where I could just have that conversation. There wasn't a 100% relational networking experience. There was a transactional one and not a traditional one. And so I decided to create one so that I could get off the island of alone and help others who want to have impactful and authentic, meaningful relationships also avoid isolation and get off their island of alone or avoid it altogether. So that is why Down and Dirty Networking was created. Now, the way things work, we're a closed membership. We're available only to members, and we have events on a monthly basis. But every so often, we have events that are open to the public. And you guys are in luck. Our next sneak peek event is actually happening next week. Like I said, this month is blowing through very quickly. And so one of the questions that I get often, okay, Laura, what is Down and Dirty Networking? Since membership is not open very often, since the public does not get access to the community, but maybe once every so many months, I do get this question often. What is Down and Dirty Networking? How are you different? Basically, why should you care? Right. So that's what I'm going to answer today. And what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be going live every day. I'm going to try to go live every day if I'm able to go live every day, answering the number one questions that I get so that you can feel comfortable about test driving Down and Dirty Networking next week, which is next Wednesday, the 19th of July. Again, can't believe it's already here at noon Central Time. So if you drop me in the comments, I'm going to go ahead and change some things here. So this is why this is special networking know-how. Let me go ahead and put show here. If you DM me the words sneak peek, no matter what platform you're watching on, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, or you're on LinkedIn, if you drop in a direct message to me, the words sneak peek, I will send you the link for you to learn more about what's happening next week and where you can register to secure your spot. This is an invitation only event. So you have to have gotten that link and that invitation from me to be able to check it out and to see if this is something you want to register for. And so then once you register, okay, what am I registering for? What happens? These are the questions I'll be answering over the next couple of days. So the very first question is, what is Down and Dirty Networking? And so I'm going to answer this a couple of different ways. So number one, Down and Dirty Networking is a safe space for you to connect and have meaningful and authentic conversations to learn from someone and about someone, to have lasting relationships. See, I know there's two types of networking. There's traditional networking, like I mentioned earlier, which is all about 30-second commercials, sales pitches, and possibly exchanging leads, referrals, or job offers. Maybe you're looking to get promoted when you're at work or to be assigned a certain type of project. Back in the corporate days, we would call that schmoozing, to be seen and heard. But that there was always some kind of an exchange where you're selling yourself, whether it's in the corporate space or you're selling your wares because you're in sales or you're a business owner or entrepreneur. And though there's a place for that, there's this other piece that was missing: the power of relationships, the power of two-way conversations. And so, what I started realizing is there's another way to network. There's this thing that I call relational networking. That's where you're focused on having meaningful conversations free of sales pitches. It's about learning from people, it's about talking less and questioning more. And so, if you are relationship focused, if you would prefer to have more meaningful conversations in your professional life, if you are trying to be seen as being taken seriously, if being taken seriously is an issue for you, and you're thinking, man, I really want to be seen as someone to be taken seriously, or maybe you're struggling professionally with imposter syndrome, where you just are like, am I worthy of this? And you just keep being a learner and ever learner, but you need to apply and you need to match your career success, whether you're a corporate or professional or an entrepreneur. You need to match your career success with the level of skill that you've given yourself. If this is kind of speaking to you, if you're looking for like minded individuals, if you're looking for diversity, where you would prefer to not just be with someone of a single industry, if you would prefer to be with someone of diverse industries, then you really should consider testing out our sneak peek next week. Kind of rhymes. So here's the thing: we are a 100% relational online community. There are no sales pitches. There are no elevator pitches. There's none of any kind, no selling and telling at all. We have monthly events, not meetings. And in an event, we start on time, we end on time. If you're not available on time, you miss out. You don't get to get in. And the reason we do that is we get right into the conversations. So, my introverts, let me talk to you for a second, my fellow introverts out there. The challenge that I had in traditional networking was that I had to worry about what to say. It made me so nervous and it took so much of my energy. It was very difficult for me to listen to what somebody was saying because I was already thinking of the next thing that I had to say to them. And it was incredibly energy draining. I did not enjoy networking. I was the person that tried to sell you everything because that is what I thought networking was all about. I thought it was about selling and telling. Ugh, it drained my energy. I didn't like it. I really disliked it. But what I have learned and what I did enjoy, and as an introvert, what I find is my superpower is the ability to connect, the ability to really want to get to know you, hence the learn from you and about you. I love that. But I love more than anything when you can take the thinking out, get me out of my own head. And so, what we've got are curated events every month where it's a topic that gets you into conversation right away. So, imagine jumping into a room where everyone's your best friend. There's no need for introductions. It's just a matter of having a great conversation, nothing to memorize. It's organic, it's authentic, it's meaningful, it's impactful, and it's all with like minded professionals willing to support and co elevate you in a very, very loving way. Hence the words back here. Those are the three pillars of our mission: we co elevate, collaborate, and connect. Now, I told you that I had started this way back when to get off the island of alone. One of the things that I'm really proud of with Down and Dirty Networking is we've been the experience for people where they've never experienced anything about networking and they were scared to death. This is not something you come in like a class and you can come in with your video off and just kind of watch, like if you're in the back of the classroom kind of person. You're going to get in and connect. You're going to have meaningful conversations. The one thing I can guarantee you, even if you test drive us out, we may not be a fit for you. You might not be a fit for us. But what I can guarantee you I will do is raise your vibrational energy. That I can guarantee you. It is something I pride myself in being able to do with everything that I do. And I am super proud to say that with every Down and Dirty Networking event, members only, and with guests, I have been successful in raising everybody's vibrational energy from beginning to end. So if your vibrational energy is through the roof, you can do anything. When you have hope, you have action, you have commitment, you have consistency, you have clarity. And this is what you can expect next week. So, Down and Dirty Networking is an online community. We are a 100% relational community. We are diverse professionals, and we're a place where you can have authentic and meaningful conversations. It's a safe space. Now, I believe that since you're watching me live, or maybe you're watching on replay, I treat this live as a safe space too. And if you've been watching me for the past, couple of months, cognitively, I've had to rely on a script because it's too difficult for me to remember things and speak the way I used to. And so, yeah, I would be reading off a teleprompter. And slowly but surely, I've been able to wean myself off the teleprompter or ad lib from that teleprompter because the cognition is coming back ever so slightly. But when I mess up or when I'm still struggling or things just fall out of my head, I've been grateful that you guys watching and the community has given me the grace to keep moving forward. And what I hope this does by sharing this with all of you, being really transparent, is that you have grace too. I give you permission to give yourself grace just like I do. And so today is one of the first days that I'm doing this networking know-how without a script, without a teleprompter, the top of my head. So if it's making no sense whatsoever, now you know why. But if this resonates with you, if you love to be able to take imperfect action, but always moving forward, if you want to be supported forward, if you want to be able to have a safety net cheering you on, but doing it in a meaningful way. It's one thing to have cheerleaders. I think we all need to have cheerleaders. I love having cheerleaders, but I love to be in a room of really smart people who want to share their knowledge and help me do things faster, easier, and better. That is what Down and Dirty Networking is. It's growing intentionally and purposefully and making sure we have the right people in the room so that the room stays to be the right place for you. So I hope this has piqued your interest. One of the things that I hear a lot is even when people are expecting something different, they're like, oh, it's just like, and I'm like, actually, it's not like any of that. That's the point. This is very different. Even when people come with an open mind to the virtual sneak peek, they find out that their comment to me back is, I was expecting something different, and this surprised me. It's even more different than what I expected. So, what I would encourage you is if you would love to spend the best hour and a half of your week, if you could use some power up, if you could use some hope, if you could use some connection and really just pour into yourself, because I'm sure you're pouring into everybody else. If it's time for you to put that oxygen mask on yourself, if it's time for you to feel like you can be taken seriously and to really get over that imposter syndrome, to be able to pour into somebody else and share your expertise and realize how much you actually know while they're pouring into you, then this is something I'm going to encourage you to check out. So make sure that you direct message me, no matter how you're watching, the words sneak peek, message me sneak peek, and I will send you the link and the personal invitation so that you can register for this event that's happening next Wednesday, July the 19th. So it's diversity, professional development in a very different way. Let me speak to that for a second. It's professional development, but we don't have speakers. We don't have educational content. We don't have anything that gets in the way of meaningful conversations. So when you come, you're going to be developed professionally because of the expertise that's in the room, because of the awarenesses you start to have, the clarity that you start to gain about yourself, your business, your career, and your profession, the clarity about what steps to take next. So if you could really use be able to get the fog cleared off your mind, gain some clarity and kind of dust the cobwebs off of overwhelm that seems to be residing for everybody. It just seems overwhelm just kicks in and sits there and just collects dust and grows roots. If you're ready to get over overwhelm once and for all and start moving forward, then I encourage you, I invite you to personally come check out the sneak peek next Wednesday. So I hope that answers your question as to what Down and Dirty Networking is. It's meaningful conversations to have authentic and lasting relationships. It's where you can learn from someone and about someone, free of sales pitches or any other distraction that prevents that meaningful conversation. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you've enjoyed coming along this journey with me. And thank you for the grace to allow me to do this without a script. So if you choose to not come next week, I understand. But thank you for joining me in. I see some people watching live. Thank you so much for joining in, because you know what? You just helped me celebrate a big win today. And for that, I thank you. Now, I'm going to be going live every day, health willing. I'll be going live every day leading up to the sneak peek next week, answering a single different question about down and dirty networking. This is your chance to connect with me in chat. Now, if you're watching on replay, doesn't matter how long away from this replay it is, comment in chat. I respond to every single comment. So make sure that you're either messaging me privately, the sneak peek name. So put sneak peek in a direct message. I'll send you the invite. You can comment and ask your questions privately to me, or you can comment in chat, whichever you feel more comfortable with, because that's the whole point. I'm here to have a conversation with you. That's what we do. We have meaningful conversations. So let's have a conversation. Let's connect. All right, guys, thanks so much for the time. Thanks for celebrating and being witness to my big win. And I will see you tomorrow, somewhere between 3:30 and 5:30 Central Standard Time. I will be going live. Until then, happy networking.